Like I said before, the purpose of this space is to provide some key details about schizophrenia as a kind of mental illness that interferes with individual thought process. And I want to make you understand that it's not a kind of punishment for evil, but it is a brain disease. I'll be presenting to you about the evidence that shows that it is a brain disease and how people with schizophrenia have been seen as violent people, and letting you know that treatment of schizophrenia has been very effective and keeping the symptoms under control and to improve the daily functioning of people with schizophrenia. But if you look at my picture illustration, it shows that people with schizophrenia, the guy in the bottom, is going through the symptoms of schizophrenia, and I will make you understand more about it as we go further. But before we go further, I want to go bored for some minutes because I think that being bored makes you more intelligent, like Steve Jobs. In the first picture, he wasn't bored and he was not able to present anything. Now that he was bored, he was presenting us with Apple, one of the most advanced technology, computer, phones in our generation. So I'm going bored to have a presentation now, and I might ask you back for my here. So, like I said, I have had volunteer experience in mental health facilities. As a result, I understand that some of these people who are schizophrenic suffer a lot of rejection in the community, in their family. And I'm giving you the fact about schizophrenia that it is a brain disease that interferes with brain functioning. And it causes people to exhibit odd and often highly irrational or disorganized behavior. It changing thinking, their feelings and understanding and consciousness. And schizophrenia afflicts approximately 1% of population worldwide, including substantial individual, family, and so right across, along with shortened lifespan, changing their life for the worse. When schizophrenia is not treated, it is very dangerous. And when it's treated, it is very, 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 you know, not an issue. I'm presenting you with evidence, scientific research that prove that schizophrenia is absolutely a biological disease of the brain, just like Alzheimer and bipolar. Technology such as MRI and CT scan and it showed huge structural differences between schizophrenic and normal brains. Like the picture right here shows the pictures on the right side. I have the normal brain structure of somebody without schizophrenia and the brain structure of someone with schizophrenic. There is a big difference, which means that there is 25% less volume of gray matter in the brains of someone with schizophrenia, like it shows in the picture right here. Gray matter helps with coordination of thinking and judgment, and somebody with schizophrenia will be affected. This is why medication is very important. And some of the causes, this is not all the causes, this is just a summary causes of schizophrenia. It can be genetic, it can be heredity, it can be biochemical, it can be, social factor, family structure in the family, in the life of somebody with schizophrenic. And I'm gonna be talking about the symptoms. The defining feature of schizophrenia or paranoid schizophrenia is psychosis. You can tell the person on the picture on the right side is looking at himself and seeing something unreal about himself. And when somebody who has schizophrenia, there is something called psychosis that occur when a person loses the ability to discriminate between real and unreal. Somebody like me who doesn't have the schizophrenia, when I look at the mirror, if I see something unreal about myself, that means I'm developing the symptoms. And people with schizophrenia, they experience hallucinations, which are unreal sensation that they only perceive themselves. And they hear voices speaking to them, they only hear themselves. This is delusional, auditory hallucinations, hearing voices that is not real. Some symptoms, such as lack of enjoyment in everyday life and withdrawal from social activities, may mimic depression. And when they have schizophrenia, the symptoms sometimes make them withdraw from social activities, and it slow down their social life. And in comparison, the ancient times and the modern time about our understanding of schizophrenia, conditions like schizophrenia were not differentiated from other forms of mental illness or mental retardation. And schizophrenia is seen as evil, as caused by evil, demon possession back in the days. And there is a lot of misunderstanding about it. And the remedy back in the days is like use of trepanation, which is a surgical procedure in which holes were drilled in the skull just to let out the evil spirit in person with schizophrenia. This is the wrong case, and thank God for the technology that detects that schizophrenia is a brain disease and not a form of evil possession. And we have a problem about schizophrenia in today's society because whenever somebody commit a crime, the first thing they think about is he might have a mental illness. And mental illness, such as schizophrenia, is not associated with being a criminal because they function like everyday people, like normal people when they are treated. And some of the stories that have been popular in the media, which have added to the public view that schizophrenics are violent and dangerous, include the case of Andre Yates, who drowned her 5 children in a boat of postpartum psychosis. A movie theater shooter, James Holmes, who committed a mass murder. And some people commit crime and they claim that they are mentally ill just to escape the punishment of their crime. And now, being mentally ill doesn't mean you're gonna be violent as long as it's treated. And the public views for schizophrenia are concerned with committing crime because the media has been a factor in contributing to connection of viewing people with schizophrenia as prone to committing crime. This is wrong because the media has been a factor in making people believe that people with schizophrenia are much more able to commit crime. No. The stigma of violence surrounding chronically mentally ill continue to plague those who suffer from it. Because people who suffer from schizophrenia, the way people view them, the way the media view them, making them don't affect them. And someone who has a substance abuse problem and schizophrenia together they have a greater risk of violence because substance abuse interferes with your mental coordination. Even people without schizophrenia that have substance abuse problem, they run into law problem, moving violation, you know, a lot of motor vehicle violation. So talk less of somebody with schizophrenia that is not treated and has a substance abuse, that would be more greater. They have greater risks of violence. Misconception about schizophrenia because, like I said, important facts are still missing from our contemporary understanding of schizophrenia causes. We know enough today to say that schizophrenia is definitively a biologically based disease of the brain and not something caused by evil spirit, witchcraft, or demonic possession. As was one thought, it is widely thought that people with schizophrenia never recover, that schizophrenia is contagious, that most people with schizophrenia need to be institutionalized. People with schizophrenia are not able to make decisions. That's wrong. People with schizophrenia are likely to be violent. That's wrong. That's my argument. And people with schizophrenia can recover. Though it is not there is no known cure for schizophrenia, but treatment has been effective in reducing the symptoms and decrease the likelihood that new episode of psychosis will occur, which means that when they are treated with medication, psychotherapy, family support, it keeps them from having symptoms. And antipsychotic medication, hospitalization for symptom management do help with the treatment. And I was amazed to find out that electroshock therapy is also used for the treatment of schizophrenia. And in conclusion, a lot of people with this disorder are often rejected by their families because some of them fail to understand and accept the fact that schizophrenia is a disorder of the brain, just like diabetes is a disorder of the body. Like I said, many families of those afflicted with this illness often reject them because they find them to be too burdensome. They are unable to work. I mean, people with schizophrenia, sometimes some of them are unable to work and they are unable to earn a decent living, and it becomes a burden for some family to take care of them. So, in other words, I believe schizophrenia is a strategy. This is my source. Some of the source I made research on some of the source on schizophrenia.com, violence and schizophrenia by Was Buchanan, electroshock therapy, and how treatment improve outcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.